Hello and welcome to this week's edition of HK Direct. I'm Edward Sadler. Big time of things here in Hong Kong. We've got two new jockeys set to make their way into the weighing room at Sha Tin. This is what's coming up on the show this week. And we'll be hearing from top Brazilian jockey Wagner Borges and also South African superstar Lyle Hewitson. Plus, it's been a big month for Vincent Ho, Zach Purton and Joe Moreira, for who will be the winner of Masterclass. Well, South African jockeys have a proud history of their contribution to Hong Kong racing, and the newest South African recruit is Lyle Hewitson, who joins us on Skype as he's just arrived for his rides at Fairview today. Lyle, thank you very much for your time and congratulations on getting a licence to come and ride here in Hong Kong.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity. Of course, it's any jockey's dream, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to making a success of my stint there, and hopefully it extends further than the 6 months contract.
Yes, of course, licensed until the end of February. Your name has come up on a number of occasions recently when it's been discussed about new jockeys and new recruits to Hong Kong racing. For yourself, though, has this been something you've been working towards to come and ply your trade overseas?
Yes, I think it's a bit cliche. Everyone states that they want to end up in Hong Kong or ride there one day. But for me, it's been a dead set dream to achieve. And I've really gone about things the right way. I've worked hard to get where I am. And I just thought it's about the right timing. I've had a few little setbacks, injuries, but it's probably been all in good time, more experienced rider, had a bit more success under my belt. And yeah, it hasn't really hit me yet. It hasn't sunk in that this has all come together. But I'm sure when I leave to board the plane, it's all going to sink in, and it's a really great opportunity for me.
Let's talk a bit about yourself and your background. Your father was a jockey. Your mum rode in polo cross. I believe she rode in amateur races as well too. Did you always, growing up, want to become a jockey?
Yes, well, your facts are correct. So my dad was a jockey, and he's currently a trainer. In fact, I'm riding for him today. He's an assistant to a good yard here in Port Elizabeth. And yes, my mom always involved in horses with the polo cross, like you said, some amateur races. And it was always something I had my eyes set on. But with my dad battling with his weight, it was always in the back of my mind. And obviously with people telling you that I might have a weight issue, and I kind of just had to put a dampener on those dreams a little bit. But going through school, I did well in school, and it was still always the dream to become a jockey. And when I noticed my weight was still good and things were on track, it became a realization that I could apply for the academy, and things just kept rolling from there. And yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's fantastic that I can do something that I love.
We've heard so much about the South African Apprentice Jockeys Academy. You went about your apprenticeship in a bit of a different way, though, I believe. You'd ridden in work rider races before you actually joined the academy. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. So the work rider races are pretty much amateur races. And because my parents were keen on me finishing school first, and well, my matric at Kersley College, they wanted to make sure that I was sure that it was a career I could go into, and by doing that, I had to then not just riding work. I wanted to participate in some of these amateur races. So during the weeks at school, I used to fly from Durban to Joburg to ride in one race and back home the same night. And I just fell in love with it. The bug bit me. And yeah, like I said, once I realized that my weight was good, then I applied for the academy as a post-matric applicant. And fortunately, I was accepted and haven't looked back since.
And you had phenomenal success as an apprentice jockey. You were the first apprentice to win the South African Jockeys title outright. We know how good some of those jockeys are that you're riding against in South Africa. That's some achievement.
Yes, it's a fantastic achievement. I don't think anyone can set out to achieve something like that. It's a huge mountain, and you can never expect yourself to get there. But I've had great support and a great grounding, and I think a lot of things had to fall into place. Of course, I put in the hours, the hard work, and fortunately enough, success fell my way. So it's a great achievement, something I'm very proud of, but I'm not stopping yet.
No, absolutely not. Still very much in the early stages of your career, of course. A good friend of mine, Andrew Hawkins, wrote a story about you and Callan Murray a few years ago. You're quoted in that story as saying that if you came to Hong Kong, you didn't just want to come here, you'd want to come here and succeed. From what you've seen, read, people you've spoken to, what do you believe it takes to succeed in an environment like Hong Kong?
Well, yes, I still believe in what I said to Andrew Hawkins back then. It's still something I'm saying at the moment, and yeah, to succeed there, of course, luck is a big thing. You need it on your side, but I think you can also make your own luck. It's about making the right relationships, sort of, building the trust in trainers and owners, and making most of opportunities. I think you've got to put in the hours and the hard work and trust yourself in your abilities, and bringing home winners always helps. So that's the main goal, and it's just about the little processes in between to achieve those winners.
So you won the Jockeys title in South Africa last year. You've got a bit of a battle on your hands this year, don't you, with Muzieni and also Anton Marcus breathing down your neck for this year's title. Can you do it?
Look, yes, it's a great race. I think it's fantastic for our industry and South Africa. It's got a lot of people following us, and I had a 2-month setback at the start of the season with a fractured knee, and of course 2 months is a lot of winners, but I got myself into the race sort of mid-season, and we're right up there now. Like you say, it's very tough, it's very close, but I do believe I can do it, and just will go about my business as per usual, and hopefully things fall into place and I can get over the line.
And after the end of the racing season in South Africa, you'll be coming to Hong Kong. When are we likely to see you first at Sha Tin, Lyle?
I'm planning on coming about the 10th or 11th. My tickets aren't booked yet, but that's the sort of date I want to come. 3 weeks before the season is ideal, and that's when I'm looking to arrive in Hong Kong.
Okay, well, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. All the best at Fairview today for the Durban July coming up, and also for the title fight there in South Africa. We will look forward to welcoming you to Hong Kong very soon.
Thanks very much. I really appreciate you having me on my show, and I look forward to meeting you all there and making a success of my trip and making you all proud. Thanks very much.
Thanks to Lyle Hewitson for taking the time to talk to us here on HK Direct. We're looking forward to having him in Hong Kong next season. But we've still got 5 meetings left of this season, and it's great to know that Wagner Borges from Brazil will be joining us for those 5 meetings. He's a 4-time championship-winning jockey in Brazil. I caught up with him at Sha Tin on Friday morning.
Obrigado, estou muito feliz, né?
Thank you, and that he's very pleased to be here, very excited about it, and that he really wants to enjoy everything, every minute, enjoys the whole thing, learn, work, and of course win races.
Looking at your career record, it's pretty impressive right from the very beginning. Would you say it's like you have a natural connection as a rider with horses?
Eu acredito que sim, porque eu procuro sempre entender os cavalos, né?
He believes, yes, that he has a connection with the horses, that he always tries to understand them and to feel what they want to do, what they can do, and what he and the horse can do as a team, because he believes that this is the way that works better.
You've ridden over 1,600 winners in your career in Brazil. Is there a highlight there so far?
Bali. Foi o melhor cavalo que eu tive a oportunidade de montar.
Raced in Brazil 14 times, 13 wins.
Super cavalo no Brasil.
Won 4 Group 1 races.
Ganhou
the Triple Crown, the 3 legs of the Triple Crown, and the Grand Premio Brazil, which is the main race in Brazil. Now he's running in United States, already won a Group 1 or Group 2 in the United States.
You're here definitely for 5 meetings. Is the name Wagner Borges a name that you'd like to see in the Hong Kong form guides for a long time to come, though? What are your thoughts on overall coming to Hong Kong?
Com certeza, eu quero voltar. Eu me apaixonei pelo lugar.
He really wants to come back. He's already in love with Hong Kong and the racetrack, everything. But the first thing he would like to show and to see if he's able to be here, if they're gonna want him back, if they will want him working here and riding here. That's the main thing.
Best of luck to Wagner. He's got 7 rides on Monday at Sha Tin. Circuit Hassler in the last looks like one of his better hopes. 10-race card coming up for a public holiday Monday meeting in what shapes up as an important day in the ongoing battle to be this season's champion trainer between John Size and John Moore. The feature races are the Guangdong Hong Kong Cup and the Hong Kong Reunification Cup, where we'll get a clash between emerging sprinters, Big Party and Thanks Forever. Trackside live coverage starts at 12:30. More information can be found at the website and also on Twitter. But that's it for this edition of HK Direct. Join us for the show next week. We're going to leave you with Masterclass for the month of June. And it's been a season full of highlights for jockey Zac Purton. He's assured of landing his 3rd championship title here in Hong Kong, and earlier this month he became just the 2nd jockey ever to ride 1,000 winners in Hong Kong.
Thanks Forever out and after multi-millionaire, and he's gone past Thanks Forever. Purton hasn't moved and he's starting to career away. World class at the absolute peak of his powers. Here's 1,000 wins for Zac Purton here in Hong Kong.